Okay, so we're back for part 2. I gave up on that long last video. So if you watched that video to the end, here is the finale. So it took me like 10 minutes to like test some things and retry this. So again, reminder, I never did this before. And if you're looking here at Ed Sheridan, yes, that's what I was listening to before. But anyways, so I never tested this before. So this is like all new, and I figured I'd make a video as I did this. So what I ended up doing, because of the order in which this stuff is firing, and I learned that here now. So when I left you, I was like, hey, let's try this. Didn't work. Okay, so when this is actually created, the router is actually running before this. So this is actually telling it, hey, you need to go to the root page, right? Like, so this is always your root page. So the router is in the middle of that. So our little router, this is firing before the other thing. So what I did was I said, okay, if the app is loading, okay, let's go ahead and wait for this to finish. So what I could do here, if the app is loading, we haven't, determined that it's good to go. What I could do is dispatch a series of events. Now I just have one here that could load my app for me, and I only have one, but if I needed to do other things, I could do that. If I needed to fire off an emails or push notifications or grab whatever from the database or last session or whatever I need to do, I could do it here. And then also at the end of it, I could have another action, because if I'm waiting on these, instead of changing is app loading inside of this event, there could be an action that actually changes to is app loading, or I could just do a direct mutation and change it myself. I personally don't like that. I like to do everything through actions, and the actions hit the mutations and whatever. It seems kind of freaking redundant, but personally, that's how I like to do it. I don't know. One of those things. Everybody has like one of those things, right? So what we're going to do then to clean this up, so we're going to leave this here. We added this little if statement, which makes the dream come true. And then we are going to, let me get rid of that. Commented out code drives me insane. All right, so let's go back over to the store. We don't really care about that because we don't care if it reloads, because that's not how we're doing this anymore. So we learned that, hey, even if you put it here, it ain't working. It ain't actually working, okay? That doesn't fire until much, much later, okay? And then also, if you go to your app.view, this is not working either. So like I kind of suspected before, that's not a good idea. Like, don't do that either, okay? This is still good because we do need to listen so when it actually changes, so that we can decide what to show on our screen, right? So that's actually fine, okay? I'm not really sure I need the current logged in coach anywhere. Am I using that? I don't think I am. So we don't really need that on this screen, okay? So there we go. That should be it. And then we can go back and we can test. Oh, no. Let's get rid of this. We're okay with that now. Okay, there we go. So if I hit refresh, hey, we're still logged in. Hey, isn't that cool? If I hit log out, we're logged out. And if I hit refresh after I'm logged out, I'm still logged out. All right. Okay, then I log back in. I'm logged in. I hit refresh, still logged in. Okay, so that's pretty cool stuff. And I know that it's working because I can probably see, yep, we're hitting the GraphQL endpoint. So we did it. And read it. We did it. Hooray. We did it. All right, so that's it. So this is how you get your little loading screen and let your app do a loading routine before your screens load. Okay. I've seen that actually on Stack Overflow like a million times and whatnot, and I had the same problem in Angular. I just solved it differently. I actually used an emit event just because of how Angular triggers things. Like, I just told the app to just sit there and just wait until nobody moves until you hear this event that says all clear type thing. On Vue, I figured I'd do it a different way because that's kind of what VUEX does. It's just a little bit different. We could have done an emit, which I don't like that. So I think this is a better, cleaner way of doing things in Vue. So if you stayed with me for all 45 minutes of this, kudos to you, and thank you. Bye.